Welcome to Porch Play Chat, sponsored by the American Association for Promoting the Child's Right to Play, or more affectionately called IPA-USA. IPA-USA is the USA affiliate of the International Play Association. You can find more about us by going to IPAUSA.org. We have a conference coming up, so you want to visit our website to learn all about it. Or you can, and while you're on the website, go up to that Facebook icon and the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, be a friend on our Facebook page, and magically every Monday a new Porch Play Chat will appear for you. I'm Deb Lawrence, and I'm the president of IPA USA. With me on the porch is Lisa Murphy. Hi, Lisa.
I had to unmute. The dog is like screaming at somebody out on the porch. So I'm like, I have to mute. But it's nice to be here. But the dog is going.
Oh, poor doggy. And with us, joining us on the porch is Adefunke Ekine. I hope I did that close to right.
It's perfect. Nice to be here with Deborah and Lisa.
We're so excited to have you. So let me tell everyone a little bit about you. Adefunke is currently the deputy director at Solarin University of Education in Nigeria, and she's an associate professor of early childhood education. She was appointed as an advisory director and a research consultant on child development and education at Gritwel Research and Technology Center in the Netherlands. Whoa. So Adefunke is going to be talking to us about how they're using local materials that the population has really seen as trash in the environment to create playful environments for children in schools. And she has sent me an array of photographs of the playground and is also going to send me the link to their Facebook page. So all of that will be loaded both with this Porch Play Chat on our Facebook page and in the YouTube channel. So you'll definitely want to look at these pictures. They are amazing. Adefunke, so happy to have you. Tell us all about what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Deborah. As I said earlier, it's my pleasure to be with you. And as a child educator, we want to see that we do things that promote children's play. For us in Nigeria, most times in the school system, you see that children are caged. Children are put to obey the timetable, especially at the early stage, in the primary grades, in the early childhood classes, the preschool classes. So for me, because of the theoretical background that I have on the benefit of play, I try to make sure that in the schools that I oversee 2 preschool, that we do not only structure time for play, but we encourage children to play. So during COVID, schools were shut for 10 months in Nigeria, and the children were not allowed to come until after 10 months when schools were opened. And when schools were opened 10 months, we still had to observe the distance, social distancing and all those. But one of the things that really got to me is that as much as you're trying to make children to stay apart, they're so excited to see their friends, they're jumping on one another, they're screaming, they're doing all those. So we just say, well, we want to obey the laws, but at the same time, we don't want to deny these children that space and that time for them to actually to connect with one another. So our playground has been where we have an open field where we had all these imported toys before the COVID period. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just. So we now look at, we're coming back. That was last year, August. Now we're coming back to school. So what do I do to make the place exciting and to make the place inviting for the children and interesting? And somehow I'd come across this play activities. I'll call her a play activist. She used to be in the preschool, but when she had a child, so she she left school and she was at home with her children. So she started using things within the house to teach the children. And that's what actually led her to create this waste to wealth program. And that's what she was using to create these learning spaces. So I met with her and she said, well, I can create the space for you again. All you need to do is, that's the Lisa's dog. All you need to all you need to do is engage the parents and the children to be part of this reconstruction. So yes, that's the way she used the word. We reconstruct, we reuse, we recycle, and so during that break time, which is August, the summertime, we normally have children coming. So we told their parents, can you please give us your old tires from the vehicle? And so each child was supposed to bring an old tire. And then they were supposed to collect all the bottle tops of their drinks, their Coca-Cola, there were bottled water, fizzy drinks, just keep collecting. So we had a time like 2 weeks of collecting all the junks in the house and the neighborhood everywhere. And so children will come in the morning and drop their waste that they have brought. And so parents too were bringing it. So the time came for the reconstruction. And so this lady came with her team. If you look at the picture, you see her, I think one of the pictures, she came in and with each child, she decided, okay, let's paint. Which color do you want? So children were involved in painting the tires into those colors. They were all black tires. So we had different colors, and some wanted to draw a smiley face or wanted to draw whatever it is they wanted to draw. So she did that with them, with the teachers, with the assistants, and she recreated the space for us. And then she used some like trunk of wood, some cut woods. She used different things. And before we knew it, it was so lovely that, parents will want to take pictures with their children on their birthdays. The children were coming because there was one she did like a horse, and then they have the climbing frame and everybody wants to climb. Then they can roll the tires. Then we have the sand pit. I don't know whether you have that picture too. So the children will climb and they will jump, they'll climb and jump, they'll climb. And so she recreated that space. And one thing that it did for me was, one, the children were eager to come back to school.
Yeah.
They were eager. Their parents would just say they can't just get them. As soon as they wake up, they want to come to school because they know that they have a space where they can run to. There's no restriction, and they go meet their friends there. And after school, they are still going there. Then we had some challenges that all the children that are not part of our school,
wanted to come.
Yes, even children in the neighborhood, they will just come in after school and they just walk in there, and you see them climbing and coming down, climbing and using the climbing frame and all those. So that's something that I really, really liked. I enjoyed it, and I could see the beautiful faces of the children, the excitement, and parents were happy that we were able to recreate that. Though we had to pay for the facilitator, that's the person, but it didn't really cost as much as when we wanted to plant artificial grass. There was a time we did that, but it failed too, So this one, we just have our playing ground, but we have all those old tires, bottle tops, and all those things, a climbing frame that she put there, and a lot of decoration on the wall. So children just come freely and they play there. So that's the
sounds like the best playground ever. Very much like an adventure playground. Very, very, very inspired by that. And maybe she was, or maybe she's just instinctually so brilliant, but that I love junk playgrounds. And I think children inherently know what to do when they see all of that open-ended loose part material.
Yeah, that's the word, open-ended. It's not structured. They can turn it to anything. They can make up what they want to make of it. And, you could see the teamwork, you could see the collaboration. And this lady now, what really inspired me to connect with her was she did it in public schools. For her birthday. She was 40, like 3 or 4 years ago. So she told herself, instead of having a party, I'm just going to recreate a play center in each school. So she got permission to do it in 40 schools. So I saw the creativity on their walls. I saw the tires, and then I saw the bottle tops. She would nail it to the wood and paint it so children can count. She did a lot. So I just said, look, I need to connect with this lady. And I'm glad to say that she opened a museum.
Did she?
Yeah. She
Where?
opened a museum in my town. She has a children's museum made from waste.
Oh, wow.
And
Field trip. Let's go.
I know. Let's go.
She's coming with me to Scotland.
Is she? Okay. I'll meet you
Yes.
there. I'm going to Scotland.
Yeah. We're planning to come because actually she won a UNESCO award to continue her job because she's doing a big job creating safe spaces for children from natural waste that we will have just thrown away in the community. So she's been featured on our national television. And actually, when she opened the museum, the American embassy sent representative to come to the place.
Oh,
it's my town. So she is an advocate of play, and she uses it even to all these waste things. She makes furniture from it. She makes trinkets from it, apart from setting up the waste, apart from using the waste to create a space where children can learn and work. And then she engages the children themselves in creating their space, whatever it is they want with the waste that they have brought. So
I think there are so many beautiful lessons there. It doesn't cost money. You ask families to send in a tire or to save their bottle caps, whatever it is. And it's like a pop-up playground almost, right? And then you make it available to children, give them some autonomy on what they want to do with the materials that they brought in, and use their creativity and their ingenuity. And then it's not just those children who benefit from it, but it's everybody in
the community. Yeah, everyone in the community.
I like that, how you let the other kids come in. Like sometimes here in the States, sometimes people can be a little bit overly protective of the space. So they have rules like it's only open for the kids at the school, but to have it be open for the neighborhood and the community, that's beautiful.
And kids have a safe place to come, right? And to build community and relationships within that community. Even if they don't go to that school, this is the beauty of it.
Yes, the community that we have, the school is within the church.
Okay.
So we have a faith community. So the children that do not come to that school, but they come to that church, they have access to it anytime. Then within the community, there's some children coming. But it's not all the time.
Right. Yeah.
It's not all the time, but they come in, after, especially on weekends and after school, when the restriction or the guards are down and, you are not actually marking and saying who is there, but because the security is there and the place is open. So you just see some young children strolling and they go straight to the field. Start climbing and start, So from my office, I can see that, these are children from the community, and we just tell them, handle it well, because at times children can decide to be a little bit destructive, wanting to, not really destructive, but they want to know how is this tire stuck there. So they want to maybe pull it up. and dig inside. And so you have to tell them, no, if you dig it, there'll be nothing for you to play with. So we still have a little rules here and there so that they don't disrupt the whole setting. But it's open to the school community. It's open to the church community that has a wider or a greater number of children that don't even come to that school. But anytime they are in that compound, that's the first place they go to, and parents can forget that.
And did I hear you, Adefunke, saying that you had to hire a facilitator to be there in the after hours when the school is closed, right? To sort of,
we have a security guard within the place,
so that they can, if the children are trying to do something and deconstruct something that has been constructed, they're able to go over and say, that's not something you can do here. So that's good that there are some boundaries, right?
Yes.
And there are some rules, and it also helps them to respect the space, I think. Yes. So what else can you share with us? Because that was amazing. I'm echoing now. I'm trying to figure it out. What else would you like to share with us, Adefunke?
Well, this morning, one of our members of the Coalition for Play Association, we're trying to set up our own Nigerian branch. Gabriel actually called me this morning, and because I shared the information about Scotland with them, we have a WhatsApp page. We're just about 10, 12 in number. So everything we decide at the IPA, I try to let them update them. So he called me this morning and he's actually excited. He's looking forward to come to Scotland. He works with special needs children. And we talked about the importance of play in the lives of children with special needs, especially when it comes to their cognitive development, their language development, and their social skills. So we had some little time of talk this morning, and we're actually looking at how we can get more people within our group to see how they can come to learn and to share in Scotland, and then to at least take some other practices that we can bring back home. So that's one thing I would like to share, that at least I know 3 people, 4% that are excited to come for the conference in Scotland. And I even told, I don't know whether the call for proposal has come out, whether the call
not yet
for registration. Because I told him to check on the website, but I'm not sure it's out yet.
Not quite yet, but what you're bringing to Scotland with the woman and what she's been doing for playgrounds would be a fabulous presentation. That is just truly amazing. So Adefunke, I'm going to close this out, but don't go anywhere. So to learn more about IPA-USA.org, go to IPA-USA.org. And until next time, keep on playing.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.